down we go. A trip into Russia's underworld. Deep inside a tunnel maze, 60 meters below the sea, above us the Pacific Ocean.
There are some rusty things here that haven't been used in 20 years. No idea how strong they are.
But one thing at a time. We're going to Vladivostok, Russia's most important defensive post in the east. Until 25 years ago, foreigners here were told, no entry. The city and its underground tunnels were restricted areas, and it's into these catacombs that our reporter Nico plans to descend today.
Of course, I've prepared myself because we want to spend a night underground. Sleeping bag, food, tea, kettle, and water, of course. Unfortunately, I'm told it's about 3 degrees, so it's going to be a very chilly night.
We have an appointment with Alexei, a digger, for 17 years. So-called diggers love the underworld. And without Alexei, we probably wouldn't get far today. Only a few people know this underground fortress, and even he doesn't know everything. To our surprise, we go to the ocean first.
So, here we go.
The area around Vladivostok is a fortress, walls at the top, underground, the longest military tunnel system in the world, which runs underneath the ocean to Ruski Island. Our first destination, the island of Askold. There we want to descend for the first time, here at this point. Our team is enjoying the fresh air and daylight, for now. It's about to get dark for Nico and camera woman Arina. The SEALs don't care about any of this, but we realize why this was a restricted area. The Russians used to control the entire bay from here.
This fort was built in the 1930s. It looks old now, but back then it was very modern and unique. So why is it here in the middle of nowhere? Well, the further out at sea you are, the quicker and easier you can defend yourself against enemies. You've got to go up for a bit first before you can go down.
With the exception of some rusty metal parts, the island looks more like a natural paradise.
Where are we now? Now we're at the entrance. So far we've seen this from the outside. Now we're going down. Should I be scared? Definitely. We have to go down 1 floor first, and there's a hatch. That's where the stairs go down 24 meters. 24? 24 meters straight down. No security, no protection. Which means you could die.
This danger is what makes it so appealing for diggers like Alexei. Quite a few of them have already died in the tunnels. Pretty uncomfortable.
Falling from the 5th floor is already enough to kill you. But here it's 7 floors of metal steps. So if you fall, you're dead for sure. And you always have to go from one side to the other. Yeah, exactly. You always have to go over there and hold on. Let me show you. Even I'm scared. I'm going first. You watch me do it, and then you do it after me. For real? Yes. This is no joke here. If you're dizzy or your knees are shaking, you shouldn't be doing this. But that's exactly how I feel right now. Then you'd better not do it. The shit thing is, the worst thing is that you go in there and then you've got to change sides every 3 meters and it's a 24-meter drop. There are some rusty things there that haven't been used in 20 years. No idea how strong they are. No way.
Is there another way in?
Yeah, but it's really dirty there. I mean, really dirty.
Well, better dirty than dead. We decide to go the other way.
My backpack's in the way. Let me help you. There's another entrance. I'm dying to see this tunnel.
It is a walk of 1.5 kilometers to the next hatch.
So this is the second entrance? Exactly.
Let's see what awaits us here. First impression, not much better than before.
Now we're going down one floor. How many years has nothing been done here? Over 20 years. And what was it like before that? What was here? There used to be artillery here.
Doesn't look too safe. Camerawoman Irina gets to the bottom safely.
It's perfectly safe. That would last 100 years. So here's the hatch. There's a ladder, then a little ledge, then another ladder, and so on 9 times. That's child's play. Now I've got a big mouth all of a sudden.
In the past, soldiers had to go through these narrow pipes to get to their battle positions in the event of war.
Don't hold on to the pipes, they might break. If you see pipes, do not hold on to them.
An important hint from our experienced digger.
We've just walked down 9 floors with these stops in between. That was really unpleasant.
Down in the depths, a world similar to an apocalyptic horror movie. It's hard to imagine that soldiers lived here for months on end.
So this place is unbelievably dirty. If you look at the floor, it's just one big mud bath. If you look at this, I think it's unbelievable that the Soviet Union's and Russia's easternmost flank was supposed to be defended against all invaders from these tunnels here.
After a few hundred meters, we discover Soviet military equipment that's been left behind, with a special inscription.
Electronics are from the 1930s. What does it say? Stalin Factory. Comrade Stalin's factory.
Stalin.
These are the unexpected things that a digger loves and that are only found underground.
In just a word, tell me what you feel when you're here. Admiration. Every time I go underground, it's a wonderland. It's a closed, unknown world, and I'm discovering it myself. It's great to see it with my own eyes. Light at the end of the tunnel.
On our first day, we covered a total of 4 kilometers below the lonely island of Ascot.
Boy, am I glad to see the daylight. And it's so great to walk upright again and enjoy this brilliant view. Thanks very much.
Tomorrow, we want to take it up a notch and venture into the tunnels under the sea. Today, Alexei is going to take us underground again. The plan is to go in near Vladivostok. Later, we'll go underneath the sea, spend the night there, and in the end come back to the surface on Ruski Island. The last sun rays for today.
I feel a bit like a mole.
At least today, entering the tunnels isn't as difficult as yesterday.
This is the tunnel entrance for the guards. There's a long pit ahead. So if the enemy tried to take that hill there, they'd be shot from here. As soon as the enemy appeared, you'd get the order to fire. Here's 3 more guns and a machine gun.
We continue towards the ocean.
Well, we've only just walked in here a few yards and it's really cold already.
Evidence is provided by blocks of ice on the ground, and this is in April.
Well, I've almost ended up flat on my face here. It's steep, it's incredibly slippery, and there's zero grip.
We've now been walking through the maze for some hours and our digger encounters a few obstacles.
Oh no, this way's blocked. We can't carry on here.
Although Alexei has been coming here for 17 years, we get lost several times. This longest military tunnel system in the world is 60 kilometers long, and almost every tunnel looks the same, but we found the right way again.
This is where the soldiers lived and slept. In this passage, they gathered and got themselves into position, into battle position.
And the soldiers often stayed down here for weeks.
What is this? These are the toilets. 2, 3, 4. 5. I've slept in hotels where the toilets look no better. Now we're going much deeper. The air's already really humid.
60 meters deep. We are actually underneath the ocean.
How are you feeling?
Well, it's an adventure.
That was so organized back there. Now it's getting wild. What if we get thirsty at night?
We discover a kind of fountain.
But that's not a natural spring, is it? No, it's a storage facility for soldiers. There are reservoirs like this everywhere. Well, that's reassuring.
After 8 hours of walking, we've had enough for today, and we decide to spend the night here.
According to Alexei, this is the best place to stay the night. It's not exactly comfortable, though.
Above our sleeping quarters, the ocean, an overnight stay below the Straits of Rusky Island. And that island is where we want to come out tomorrow. Time for dinner.
So, off to bed. Shoes off. It's not very warm in here. I guess it's good night then.
The next morning, others are awake before us. Hey, the first ray of sunshine.
Get up, time for school.
Well, we're not exactly going to school today. Meanwhile, we have been underground and under the sea for 15 hours. After another 4 hours, we finally come across a staircase that leads upwards.
Is it stable? Yes. I'll just have to believe that.
Where do these steps go? Will they really lead us to the exit? "20 hours in the cold darkness below the Pacific Ocean, in tunnels that no one has entered for decades.
The sun. Nice and warm.
We've actually reached the island, Rusky, an important military base for defending Vladivostok.
First of all, I'm glad he's brought me out into the open. Second, it's nice and warm in contrast to what it was down there. And third, this view.
What a relief! But somehow, we can still understand the attraction. This really was a genuine adventure.